on this computer. Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to our Dream Team Zoom. Before we dive into our topic of the day, which is AI, I want to give a big shout out and a woohoo to Mr. TJ for being our winner of our Dream Team Rewards this week. TJ has been showing up religiously with his old school 54321, which makes me so happy because I know when TJ focuses on old school, he builds his business. And sure enough, he got a sample request that turned into a customer last week. So kudos to TJ. I also want to say really quickly, I want to give a thank you. Oh, my phone's beeping. Is that one of you? Can you not hear me? Am I doing something wrong? I have no faith in myself right now. Nope, not any of you. I want to give a big shout out to Shantae and Courtney for coming on to Dream Team last week and doing some training for us. Courtney came on and just gave us kind of that Thrive Church that she's so good at about keeping your chin up when your business seems to be stuck, which is something that we all go through. And I just, she always gets me revved back up. So I was super appreciative of that. And then Shantae came on and she talked about how she didn't really know what she was doing, but she just threw together a Thrive and Mingle sample pack party. And you guys, she got 2 customers from that event. So she threw it together at the last minute, found a new location, had never been to that place before, wasn't sure how well it was going to work, ended up working out great. And so the reason I'm saying this is because I know so many of you are like, well, I don't know when to do it or where to do it, or I'm not sure how to do it. It's called practice makes perfect. You're going to have to screw up at least the first 10 times if you want to do it right. But if you never start, you're never going to get through the first 10 crappy ones, right? So I'm super proud of her for not only throwing it together. It had been a long time since she had an event, but she figured it out. Her team came together. A couple people brought, whatever they had. She brought whatever she had. And like I said, from that, they got 2 actual customers. And that's the problem. I don't have my ringer turned down. So my apologies. Okay, down, down, down. No more ringing while I'm on the Zoom. Okay. So I think that's all of my shout outs I wanted to give people. I do know for sure this week on Friday, Samantha is going to come into the Dream Team page. She's going to talk to us about the dreaded one reel, REEL, one reel a day. But I asked her to do it because what I'm going to talk about today with the AI, it'll hopefully make doing a reel a day less scary. Okay. So she's going to be here on Friday. I am still working at my Wednesday guest speaker. I have really loved, and you guys can let me know in the chat how you feel about this. I have loved having team members come back into the page and just doing real quick 15, 20-minute snippets. I think it's awesome for us as a team to get to hear from everybody. We had such a overwhelming yet bonding experience with boot camp last summer. And I don't want to replicate the overwhelm with that, but I do want to replicate us getting to be in each other's faces again and be a part of that. So hopefully you're enjoying all of the training. Okay, so I'm going to specifically focus on ChatGPT today because it's free. There's a ton of AIs out there that you can pay for subscriptions, but I am all about if it's free, it's for me, especially when it's something new that you may or may not know how to use correctly just yet. There's no reason to, Charlotte says, I love them. Everyone has a tip. Yeah, I have been loving them. It's fun for me to get to learn. So I'm hoping you guys are learning too. But when it comes to something new, like in your business, there's always going to be the ability to have a paid version of something, right? It just is. But I'm all about free is for me because this is a cloud-based business that we're in. And a lot of us are doing this as a side business. And so I want you to be able to build a business with as little money invested as possible so that you can make the most income as possible. So as you go along and you start to research some of this AI stuff, just pay attention to it if it wants you to pay for it. There are free versions or at least 30-day free trials right now that you can kind of play around with. And we'll talk about that. But before I dive into how I'm using ChatGPT, I do want to cover really quickly because this is something that I was actually super, super weirded out about. And I don't know if it's because of my age. I don't know. But when I first started when I first started hearing people talk about AI for business, I was like, I don't I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want like a robot doing my job, or I don't know. I don't know what I thought, to be honest with you. I don't know if I thought the aliens were here. I don't know. But I want to explain to you really quickly the basis of AI. You've all used it, whether you realize it or not. If you've ever used spell check, that's a version of AI. The computer is smarter than you. It saw right away you misspelled a word, right? If you've ever had the thing where you're typing and it underlines it because you missed a comma or you needed a period or whatever, that is AI. On your text messaging or whatever, if the preemptive text, like you type in HAP and it's like happy, and then you say yes, and it says birthday, anniversary, that's AI. So it's the uncluttered brain of a computer that's paying attention to you, which is awesome. It's kind of like your personal assistant without paying for it. So once I got over my nerves of using AI, I started playing around with it, but not really diving into it. And then a few weeks ago, when I took that course, class, whatever you want to call it, with Jessie Lee, she really dove into it. And so I have now realized that by not embracing the AI, I have actually stood in my own way. So a lot of what we struggle with in this business when it comes to social media is I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, especially when you start adding in that you've got posts, you've got stories, and now you've got reels, right? And like I said, Sam's going to be talking about reels on Friday. So definitely listen to how AI can help you with all of that. Specifically for ChatGPT, and let me try to share my screen. Specifically for ChatGPT, when you go, this is the website version. Can you guys all see this? Hopefully you can. I don't really have anybody's live face on with me today, so I don't know if you're seeing this or not. ChatGPT is just basically a blank screen when you first open it. It is your personal assistant sitting there going, hey man, what do you need help with? So before you start typing anything into ChatGPT, first of all, you have to create an account, whatever. But then you want to go in your account, you want to go to your settings. And I don't know if I can go back to all my stuff. I don't want to clear my chats. I don't know. Well, the first time you go into settings, it's going to say, hey, tell me about yourself. And it gives you a ton of space to tell you. And it even gives you some questions like, where are you based out of? What do you do? What's your focus? What are your hobbies? What are your expertise? Things like that. So for example, I went into ChatGPT and I said, I used to own brick and mortar businesses. I added network marketing to increase my income. A few years later, that network marketing income succeeded. I hope I put the right word in there. Anyway, my brick and mortar income, I was able to close those. Now I get to work full time, like yada, yada, yada. I'm passionate about building a team of people with like-minded. I want to help people understand. I want to help. I said specifically, thank you. I specifically said that I want to help entrepreneurs understand that they don't have to go the brick and mortar route, that they can build a business from home, from anywhere with Wi-Fi. So you just kind of it's almost like word vomit. You just fill ChatGPT with word vomit. So it has an idea of who it's talking to. Now, I will tell you, the first month or so I was playing with ChatGPT, I didn't know to do that. So me and ChatGPT, we were just out there doing our thing, and it was doing a great job. So now that I've actually told ChatGPT about myself, it is a little bit easier. Like it gets me, I guess I'll call it. But let me show you how easy it is. So down here, it says send a message. You're sending a message to your assistant, your ChatGPT. It also it has some suggestions here. Explain airplane turbulence to someone who's never flown. Design a database scheme. I'm like, you can really do almost anything with ChatGPT. So I'm going to say, create 8 real ideas for my ideal client. And I've never done this one before, so I'm anxious to see what it comes up. Now, remember, I have told ChatGPT that I'm in the health and wellness space and network marketing, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what of course, it's very polite when it talks to you. So it's giving me 8 real ideas that would resonate with my client. We're going to run out of screen. Balancing act, building business and blah. Okay, so also ChatGPT knows that I'm an avid gardener, okay? So building businesses and blossoming. Showcase how your journey of transitioning from brick and mortar to working from home has allowed you to indulge in the love of flower gardening. Like ChatGPT literally just gave me an amazing idea. From 9 to 5 to Wi-Fi, unleashing entrepreneur. Like, are you seeing this? Are you seeing the things Wellness warriors, I'm empowering health and wellness, the power of community flourishing together. Because I said in my description that I wanted to build a team of like-minded people, and we create an environment where people understand you can work in this business to allow yourself the time and freedom to spend with family, friends, and in your hobbies. Redefining success, income, and independence. Okay, so first of all, you guys all know me. I couldn't even get through the whole opening of this Zoom without saying words wrong and all that stuff. I am not that great with the English language. But now, isn't it going to look like I am? My next 8 reels are pretty damn phenomenal, if you ask me, because they're sitting right here in front of all of us together. So if you are like, I don't know what to make a reel about, there's no way I can do 1 reel a day. There's no way I could do that. I can't even come up with 1 post a day about my business. Stop trying to do it and let ChatGPT guide your way. All right. Now I'm going to take you into some stuff. And also here on the side, do you see over here on the side where my cursor is? Today, these are some things I did on ChatGPT the last 7 days. Here's things that ChatGPT helped me with the last 30 days. It saves stuff. So if so like I'm going to obviously save my real ideas and I can go back to them. But like this morning, I was trying to come up with a caption for a reel and I was super struggling. So for example, I now have 8 ideas to make a reel. And it's telling me what to feature and what to share and what to highlight. But then there's also going to come a time where I'm going to need to have a caption for my reel. And that's also where I struggle some. So this morning I made a reel. I wanted it to be about how I found a statistic that the average yearly raise is 3%, but to stay in your exact same lifestyle with inflation, you need 8%. So I was like, help me come up with, what am I going to talk about? So I went into ChatGPT and I said, please write a caption about how it is smart to have a side income or a secondary income stream because inflation does not equal, I didn't finish my sentence there, same amount, blah, blah, blah. And it came up with this cute little, creating multiple income streams is a clever financial strategy. Like it came up with great words. But then I was like, can you elaborate on how you could do this side business while still having a full-time job? Well, look what ChatGPT did. I just meant, can you add a sentence or two? But I didn't tell ChatGPT that. I just said, can you elaborate? Oh, it gave me 12 things that a person would need to know if they were going to balance a full-time job and a side gig. That's a lot, right? That's way more. So then I was like, can you put that in a really short caption? So it gave me 12 bullet points. And then I was like, hey, can you pull that back and make a short caption? Sure enough, it did. Mastering a side hustle, ace your full-time job, right? I still wasn't totally happy with that. So I did what I've been doing lately, and I start my sentence with, please clean this up. And then I put in my caption, my brain dump. And then ChatGPT cleans it up for me, makes it coherent, puts the grammar to it, all that jazz. And from that point, you guys, it's literally a copy and paste, and you put it in your caption and you make your post and you go and you're done. So I want you to understand that you don't have to know everything. And when you have a new person coming on your team and they're like, oh, I don't know how to make a reel, or I don't know what the heck I would talk about, or blah, 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 blah. This is such a good tool that you can be using to help your new people. So I asked for 8 reel ideas. I could go back in here and say, give me 12 Facebook prompts, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so now that you've seen it in action, I want to give you I have some notes here about how to really use it, because as you can see, I thought this is such a good example of it right here, where I asked for it to elaborate. Oh, where did it go? Oh dear, I've screwed something up. Where I asked it to elaborate on a caption, and it gave me 12 bullet points. So that was obviously more than I wanted. But oh, sorry, now I couldn't see the chat when I had my screen. I need to go back and give it all the info about me. That is one thing I skipped. This is so cool. This is so neat. Yes, it's cool and neat are just the tip of the iceberg, really. Okay, so I'm going to go over just some things that you can tell ChatGPT to get more specific, because if you're not, when you are specific with ChatGPT, it will be specific with you. When you're kind of loose with it, like I am, sometimes you have to do a little more refining, which in the grand scheme of things, the time it takes me to be loosey-goosey with ChatGPT and ask it to refine it, it's still 10 times faster than me trying to come up with words. A lot of times I will say, can you write a compelling caption? I actually had it. TJ says Chat GPT owns my ASU life because I use it to write most of my emails and presentations, but I don't know why I never thought to use it for posts and reels, etc. Yes. Yes. And that's the thing, like it going back to what I was saying when I was so weirded out by AI. But then when I started really researching it, we all use AI every day. I have an accounting software that I use daily for our businesses that the second I barely type in like one letter, it pops up, it automatically gives me a list of the potential vendors I might be paying, right? Like AI is all around us and it has definitely made our life easier. So yeah, use it for social media. Definitely use it for social media. And like I said, the best way to get it on the same page is to make sure you go in on your settings and tell it all about yourself. Just brain dump all the things. I actually was really struggling, and I think we've all struggled with this. Okay, so I just made an account, but it didn't ask me any of, okay, find your settings, go to your account settings, and somewhere in there it's going to say, tell me about you or something like that. I forget exactly what it's been a month or so since I did that, so I forget. And now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh dear. Hang on, let me take a drink. I struggle with caption or not captions, what bios. Like, like there's so much pressure about what should be in your bio on your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever. And then like TikTok gives you like this much room, like you only have like I think it's 80 characters or something tiny. And so I just went in and I said, dear Chat GPT, write my bio for TikTok using whatever it was, 80 characters or less, explaining that I used to have brick and mortar and that now I do network marketing and blah, blah, blah. And so it spit it out and it was pretty damn good. So I ran with it. And then you can take that same bio and say, oh, it may be custom instructions. Yes, I do think that's what it's called, TJ. Thank you. Custom instructions to add your detail. That's what it is on mine. Yes, it is called custom instructions. But I think I found that in settings. I think I went to settings to custom instructions, and then that's where I told it all about me. So you can use it for writing your bio. You can use it for writing an email to a customer. You can use it for writing a caption. You can use it for coming up with a reel. You can use it to, you can even say, hey, Chat GPT, create a social media calendar for me. I want to do 3 reels a day, or I'm sorry, 3 stories a day, 1 reel a day, 1 post a day. And I want to do 80% of them about my hobby and 20% of them about my business. And you guys, I'm telling you, it'll spit something out. It's mind boggling. Okay, so let me get back to my notes because I'm all over the place because I get excited about this. So creating the perfect Chat GPT prompt. So when you're typing in and tell it what you do, that's called a prompt. It says start with an action word. So it's going to be, you're going to tell it to create, to write, to make, to generate. Like you're going to tell it to do something. And then, so the examples they give are how to be a content, like you say, hey, Chat GPT, can you tell me how to become a content creator? And it's going to tell you, it's going to like give you the Google definition of how to become a content creator. Whereas if you say create a career plan to become a content creator, it's going to say, okay, research your field, develop the portfolio, develop a network. Like it's going to tell you what to do. So again, you got to be really specific. You want to tell it to do something for you. So create, write, make, generate versus can you? Because when you say, hey, Chat GPT, can you? Well, yes, it can because it's a computer and it's got years and years of information that it's been collecting since the 70s. So yes, it can do those things. So you need it to be real specific when you ask Chat GPT what to do. Provide context. So hang on, I might have lost some of my notes. I might not have printed it all off right. Well, anyway, so that's kind of similar to what I was talking about. Like when you're giving it the prompt and you're saying create a social media calendar for me, fill it in because I want to focus on my health and wellness business because I want to recruit 30 people in 30 days. Like really start giving ChatGPT everything possible to then create from. Because if you just say, create my content calendar, well, it's probably going to spit out something generic, which you could have got for free on Pinterest anyway. You want something specific for you where you actually say, I want to have 3 interactive posts a week. I want you like really give it like what you want from it. Use role playing. So basically what they were saying is you can almost talk to ChatGPT like you would each other. Like maybe I would call Sam and be like, okay, so like if you were my new customer and you took the sample, but you didn't feel great on day 3, but you had the first 2 days, like you can literally kind of role play with ChatGPT. But again, that's just giving it more and more. So the more information you can give it, the better. Use references. So like for example, the example they gave was write a list of mistakes to avoid in Shakespeare style, right? So maybe you would say write a list of ways to drink more water for the busy mom, like giving it as much information as you can. Oh, okay. And then this is the one that I use a lot. I was telling you guys about the double quotes. So when I say clean this up or rewrite this compelling, when I put in my cajumbled information that isn't all that great, I put it in quotes so that it knows that that's the thing I want it to rewrite. Again, it's just a computer, so you just have to be specific with it. You can even give ChatGPT examples. So maybe you're like, hey, ChatGPT, I did a reel a month ago about pruning a house plant that generated a lot of questions and comments, blah, blah. I want to do another reel. Can you give me 5 ideas? Similar, like another reel similar to that. So if you had something that worked really well for you, like I know a lot of people did the post about teachers going back to school and samples. So maybe you can say, I did a sample one, I did a post one time, and this is what I said, and I got a really good interaction rate from it. Can we do something similar, but focus on healthcare or focus on, I don't know, bus drivers, right? Like just you can use examples to help ChatGPT give you better. Yeah, so I think the number one tip on here that I use quite a bit is don't be afraid to refine. When ChatGPT sends out, let me see if I can show this again. When it sends out like its first, whatever it's telling you, when I said real ideas, why won't it pull up for me now? Okay. This one's called Morning Enthusiast. Oh, right here. Here's a great example. So I'm not really sure what I started with. I said, clean this up. They cleaned it up. I said, can you add something to it? They added something to it, and I didn't like it at all. So I said, let's start over. And then they said, absolutely, here's a fresh version. Then I said, can we add something about this? Then they gave me that, and I said, less fluffy. And then finally it spit out the right thing. Okay. So you can do that. You can talk to it like I was doing. Or if you get it and you're like, it's good, but it's not great, there's this little button right here that says refresh. Or what's it say? You guys are, yeah, regenerate. Sorry. You click that button, it says regenerate, and it'll just give you another answer and give you another answer. And then when it gives you the final like thing, when it comes out to you, you can either regenerate it, keep talking, or you can give it a thumbs up. So I find the more often I give it the feedback of thumbs up, this is what I was thinking, or thumbs down, that's really bad, ChatGPT starts to learn me more. Like where I said on this one, I said, so ChatGPT cheap chat, I'm just gonna call it that because I can do it. When you cherish the idea of savoring life more fully, yet find yourself constantly tied up with work, like that's way too elaborate for me. I don't talk like that. I would never write a post like that. So I was like, less fluffy. It's like, if you're tired of being stuck at work, I'm like, yes, that's Tammy. So the more I keep giving it the thumbs up on the things that sound right, every time I ask it to do something, it's going to be more and more and more. So the more you use this AI, the less work you're going to have to do because it's going to get to know you. So I only have 5 minutes before the lunch and grow. So I want to show you one more AI thing really quickly that may or may not apply to a lot of you, but I think it's really great to have. Again, I'm just in my 30-day free trial with this one. When this free trial is over, I might just start a new one with a different email because I don't think I want to pay for this one yet either, but it's called Opus Clip, OPUS Clip. Again, you got to make an account, blah, blah, blah. But Opus Clip, what you can do is upload a YouTube video. So let's say you did a team training, or like how Courtney did that live last week where she was like pumping people up. That's like taste of Courtney, right? She could download that from her Facebook Live, upload it into YouTube. So once you have the YouTube clip, or video, I'm sorry, you can upload the entire YouTube video. So this video that I uploaded, it was, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, it was a Zoom that we did called Let's Play the Why Not game. And it was 44 minutes long and I loaded it up in there. Well, from that, oh no, don't redo it. I just want my clips. Where's my clips? Hang on. No. Okay, I might have to, bear with me, please. Bear with me because I really do want you guys to see this. Let me see, it was in Tammy's Tribe, it was Opus. So what it does is it watches your video for you. And once it watches your video for it, it goes through and it cuts it up into shorter videos. And it even puts captions over top of it. It says due to high demand. So I don't know, maybe this is taking longer. It didn't know that I wanted to show you guys this apparently. Videos longer than an hour. I'm not doing that. Is this a clip? No, that's not it. Okay. So anyway, just take my word for it. If you, oh, here. Okay. So here's the hidden cost. So this is a video where I literally, this is the first time I was playing with this. I didn't want to show you this one because it's kind of embarrassing because I'm just sitting on my patio chit-chatting away, purposely trying to come up with a video that I could test this on. But anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. So it goes through the video. It takes clips of what it thinks is important. It actually gives you all the verbiage that you said in writing. So if you want to use that for something, you can download it, you can share it. It gives you a score based on what it thinks. And then here's
the overhead, you paid for the inventory, you paid for employees. Like, I mean, there's so many things that go into owning a business. And then just eat away at the profit constantly. So you might work set up till sundown and you may have your business for years and it may be successful in the fact that it's still open, but the money that you're bringing in.
Okay, so do you get that? So again, I'm totally embarrassing, so I was not going to show this one, but that is just me sitting in front of my camera on my patio, pretending to talk to someone about business and the difference between brick and mortar and network marketing. And then I just uploaded into Opus and it went through. And so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, it did a lot of clips. Now, so it did 8 clips, and you can see with each clip the score is going down. So it's telling you the likelihood that this video could or could not go viral. And it goes in and does those captions for you, where it popped up the little money sign. It's made certain things green. It's going in and it's working off of keywords that it pulled out of you, what you were saying. So again, if you're like, I don't know what to make a reel out of, or I don't know, blah, 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 maybe just film yourself the next time you're talking to, maybe you're doing a one-on-one with a promoter, or maybe you're doing a team training like this or something. Take that clip or that whole video, put it into YouTube so that you can then load it into Opus Clip and then get these clips and then you can share them. So again, this one's really fun. Oh, I'm totally out of time. I know this was a lot in a very short period, but I hope this was helpful. That video looks like, yeah, okay. So Bossly uses one that is similar, but expensive. So, but she did recommend that one because you can use it for free for 30 days. I mean, granted, she's a freaking millionaire, so she can pay for it, but that's a great place for us to start, right? So the Opus Clip, and again, it's only free for 30 days, but it's connected to an email. And I don't know about all of you, but I have at least 3 emails in my life. So you can do it for free on one email for 30 days, because when it creates the clips, it sends them to your email. And from there, you can just download them to your phone or your computer, and that they are now yours. They're no longer connected to that free account. But yeah, isn't that a fun way of, you could even, like, what if you were to film testimonials from your customers at like your next local, and you could put those all together and then send that to Opus Clip and let it make little clips for you. So anyway, the possibilities are endless. I hope this has you guys thinking of different ways that you can use AI in different ways to make your life easier. And with that, I'm going to get off here so you can go hop on the Lunch and Grow. Bye, guys.